So I mentioned on previous videos that I am interested in learning more about the Norwegian Royal Family, about Norway having a monarchy. Being from the UK, we also have a monarchy, we also have a king, and it's interesting the comparison between the two countries. I don't really know much about the Norwegian monarchy, but in the UK, there's a lot of people who are proud of having a monarchy and having a royal family, but there's a sort of growing discontent, a growing group of people who are not happy with it, who want to get rid of the monarchy, become a republic. I'm interested to know more about Norway. How do Norwegians feel about the monarchy in Norway? Are you proud of it? Is the majority of people support it? Is there a number of people who don't want it? What's the current situation? So I'm going to be learning more about the Norwegian royal family and monarchy. Today we're going to be watching this. One person asked me to watch it. It's called the Norwegian King's Speech, Norway Is One. So I can just find out about the Norwegian King as well. Tell me what you think about the Norwegian King. Is he very well respected, very well loved? What do people think about him? Let's watch this and I guess I can learn a bit more as well.
Norge høye fjell og dype fjorder. Det vidder og skjærgård, øyer og holmer. Det frodige åkre og myke heier.
Kongen gikk jo ganske hardt ut der. Han sa jo egentlig at vi må ta oss litt sammen her. Vi må være litt mer åpne nå.
I'd never seen this speech actually at the time. Tell me if you've seen this speech before, what you think about it.
Norge midnattssol og mørketid. Det både harde og milde vintre. Det både varme og kalde somre. Norge langstrakt og spredt bebodd. Men Norge framfor alt mennesker.
He chose to draw a picture of the future, and how he wanted to be.
Han snakker jo om du har et mangfold fra naturens side. Og derfor så det ikke rart om vi har et mangfold hos oss mennesker heller.
Nordmenn nordlendinger, trøndere, sørlendinger og folk fra alle andre regioner. Nordmenn også innvandret fra Afghanistan, Pakistan og Polen, Sverige, Somalia og Syria. Mine besteforeldre innvandret fra Danmark og England for 110 år siden.
Han sa jo det selv, at han ikke sånn etnisk norsk sett, men likevel i Kongo her. Det betyr liksom, vi jo like.
Det ikke alltid så lett å si hvor vi fra. Det vi kaller hjem der hjertet vårt Og det kan ikke alltid plasseres innenfor landegrenser.
Han snakker jo om et enormt og veldig betent for mange tematikk. Alle synes faktisk ikke det greit med innvandring til Norge. Alle synes ikke det greit at skeive skal ha samme rettighetene som heterofile.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. This is great because it really shows the Norwegian king is very relevant when it comes to talking about topics like this. Things are really important subjects for people to talk about today. For a nation to be prosperous, it has to do a lot of things, but one of the things is it has to be inclusive for the people who actually live there. It needs to make everybody feel like they're part of the country, make everybody feel included. It says here, the title here, Norway Is One. It needs to make everybody feel like they're proud to be Norwegian. A lot of countries who have a big immigrant population sometimes find it difficult to make it inclusive for them and for them to feel like they're part of the country. UK definitely does have areas where immigrants come and settle and don't really assimilate, and they kind of they're not really proud to be British. To see the king leading from the front and trying to make people feel inclusive is the best way to do it. It means that in the future, in long term, everybody feels part of Norway and is proud to be Norwegian and really trying to drive the country forward. And yeah, already talking about Norway as a country, about the people, it's already, I can see how inspirational this would be for people.
We are living in a time is polarization, social inequality, and because of that, we fear whatever we don't know. You know, after the attack in Norway in 2011, of course, we're mad, people died. But that anger was not going to bring those people back. Our response should always be more openness, more democracy.
Altså, det har alltid vært debattert om den norske kulturarven. Hva er det? Det er jo alle oss, det er summen av alle oss. Det er det som er det norske.
In any other countries, they have a military parade to show off their guns or whatever. We celebrate our day with children in the parade and the king standing there waving, welcoming the future, you know.
This actually makes me a bit more envious about Norway because I feel like being from the UK, we're just not so connected like this, not so unified. There's definitely a huge political divide, but there's just a huge divides in people's mentalities. You see it with all the protests that have been happening recently, and it's just a hugely divided country, and it's not the best. It seems like Norway is much more united, whether that's people of different genders, different sexualities, different backgrounds culturally. And having seen something like this where everybody's proud to be Norwegian, waving the Norwegian flag, is what every country should be like in an ideal world, really.
Nordmenn unge og gamle, høye og lave. Nordmenn liker fotball og håndball, klatrer I fjelltopper, mens andre mest glad I sofaen. Nordmenn engasjert ungdom og livserfarne gamle. Nordmenn jenter som glad I jenter, gutter som glad I gutter, og jenter og gutter som glad I hverandre. Nordmenn tror på Gud, Allah, altet og ingenting. Med andre ord, Norge dere. Norge oss.
When you feel outside, you will not contribute to your society. Equality is what made Norway what we are today.
At kongen selv uttrykker den positivismen rundt mangfold og inkludering og nestkjærlighet. Jeg velger jo å ta det som et tegn på at det her skal gå bra, at vi skal vinne kampen.
What fight does she mean? What's the fight? Is it between good and bad? Tell me more. It's interesting because you see like Norway's neighbour Sweden, from the outside looking in, and you see these media reports, it seems like when talking about immigrants specifically that there's a lot more issues. Is there any reason for that? Does Sweden take in a lot more immigrants? What's the immigrant, like how many immigrants are there in Norway? Is it a smaller community? Or is it things like this when they hear the King's speech? Just allow people to feel more included, where that might be different in Sweden? What's the difference between Norway and Sweden in that respect?
Når jeg reiser hvor jeg opprinnelig fra, jeg sier jeg må reise hjem, fordi hjemmet mitt jo her. Kongetalen sier det. Hjem, det der hjertet ditt
Når vi synger «Ja, vi elsker dette landet», skal vi huske på at vi også synger om hverandre. For det vi som utgjør landet. Mitt største håp for Norge at vi skal klare å ta vare på hverandre. At vi skal kjenne at vi, på tross av all vår ulikhet, ett folk. At Norge ett.
Norway is one, that's the message. A fantastic message from the King. That's what a real leader should be like. They should be touching on subjects that maybe people in other countries might find controversial, but he's doing it in such a commanding way. This is Norway, this is what we're all about. And I think when you see the leader of your country saying things in such a straight way, it really makes everybody buy into it, and it's a great way to bring the country together. So for me, what I learned from this is that not only is the Norwegian King very happy to touch on relevant topical subjects, but he is clearly a great leader and knows how to bring people together. Again, if I compare that to the UK, maybe I don't really see anything like that from King Charles so far, but maybe in the future he might have things like this as well. But when it comes to the Norwegian royal family, the Norwegian King, I'm very impressed and I can't wait to learn more about it. So tell me what you think about the Norwegian royal family, the King specifically, and yeah, I'll learn more about that soon. Thanks.